極滅の効果。
何なの？無事だったのね。
倒したぞ、アースドラゴン。
本当に倒しちゃったんだ。でも一体どうやって？ひょっとして地中の鉱石をスライムの魔法で引火させたの？どういうこと？デライト渓谷の地中には燃料になる鉱石がたくさん埋まってるのよ。それに気がついて爆発させたんでしょ？
ああ、おそらくそうだな。
Alright, so another episode of my isekai life in the books. This is episode number 3. And I love this anime. Like, this might be one of the standout favorites, especially when it comes to new anime of this season. And there's I don't want to say there's a saying, but there's a consensus out there of it's a good thing when a anime with a specific plot line doesn't take itself seriously. And the very interesting thing, and I was thinking about this kind of like as I was watching the episode, being just like blown away by it, much like the Earth Dragon, but being blown away by it. And it comes down to this. My isekai life is an anime that doesn't inherently take itself too seriously, but at the same time, it has such a really cool plot to it, and it's really great storytelling. And I kind of hope that makes sense, because in no way, shape, or form am I dissing on it. It's just one of those things to where, like, it knows it's silly. It knows it doesn't, like, it knows it's kind of just, like, wacky and out there. But at the same time, it's actually telling a pretty good story. So this episode did a few different things outside of just being effing hilarious. But this story basically sets up a calamity level monster, this dragon that's out there, you know, Piplup, I'm gonna call him Piplup. This dragon that's out there is Blue Dragon, rawr, you know what I mean? And it sets up this blue dragon that is this calamity level monster, and this monster is stuff of legends. And at some point in history, this dragon came and decimated a continent. So basically just wiped Africa or Australia. It decimated it, wiped it off the map, okay? Think of something that's as huge as a continent like Europe or Africa or Australia. It just wiped it off the effing map, okay? And there was a specific person who was like divine or blessed by God, a apostle, who defeated this dragon in the stuff of legends. And at some point, to prepare for another calamity level monster to potentially appear, 30 years ago, all of these mages, or, you know, they're either mages or people of the church, they got together and they conducted a ceremony, a summons ceremony, to summon somebody of that same apostle godlike level to come to the earth. And 30 years ago from then would have been 1 week ago from today, which essentially is the day that our boy Yuji arrived. So immediately I was like, yo, Yuji, that's you, bro. As they're telling the story, it's like, yo, Yuji, that's you. That's you. He's like, yo, me? That's you. So now all of this makes sense, right? Because now we know, originally when Yuji was summoned, he was summoned to the forest. The slimes led him to this house, and the house contained a wealth of knowledge that has all seemingly been passed down to Yuji now, okay? And all of that knowledge was home to what we can now guess was that same person who defeated the dragon, I don't even know, 30, 100, 300 years ago. I don't know how long ago it was, but we can safely assume the person who defeated that dragon, the apostle of God, whatever, you know, we know that they left all their documentation, spells, and everything behind. That has now since been passed down to Yuji. And 1 week has now passed since he has been reincarnated or isekai'd, whatever way you want to look at it, isekai'd into this world. And now this dragon appeared, so now he's got to step up. He was also given, in this episode, by the man of God here, he was given a divine weapon. Now, this weapon's a dagger, and the dagger basically is used as a catalyst So you can grab, I'll use my controller here. You can grab, so this is a catalyst, so you can focus your magic through here, and it'll come through the edge of the dagger, right? And it's an unbreakable dagger, and it's meant to be a catalyst for you to basically like put your magic into, and it shimmies and shoots out. So basically, it's a weapon that's specifically tailored and made for somebody of Yuji's caliber, which it might have been the person who defeated the dragon before and not. So I just find this overarching story so effing interesting, and that's what I'm loving about the anime, is that, like, in some cases, it doesn't take itself seriously. You have this proud wolf, you have a bunch of slimes, you have this overpowered MC, but at the same time, it's telling a really cool story, and I'm really into it, and I really enjoy it. On top of everything else, it's humorous, it is good writing. I like the way Yuji's written. I like that he's kind of silent and awkward. I like that these girls, I forget what their names are, but the two girls who have been adventuring with him, I like that they're just taking advantage of him. They're like, oh, we're going to get that dragon tomorrow, right? Because we're with you, so we're cool. We just took out that Earth Dragon together. And I like how they're just like, yeah, that, like, those are your girls now. Just like, you're responsible for those two now. And they're kind of idiots, and you love it. And I completely love it. And I love how they took on, they took on the Earth Dragon here today. And for me to sit here and tell you that I was belly laughing, like I was freaking losing it when Yuji took on the Earth Dragon, right? He chose the move, Hellfire Decimation or whatever the move was. And he was going to use it. Then he was like, "Oh no, I don't want to do that. I don't want to show off right now. I don't want to be too crazy," because every time that he does anything, everyone's like, they're scared of him. But he figures out he's going to have to use that move. So he gets the dragon, puts the dragon into the wind, uses the radiance, one of the slimes, lights this dragon up. Then he uses that Hellfire move, and the freaking flames just go wow into the canyon. And this dragon got done. This dragon got done so dirty, so dirty, that when he was done with the dragon, this dragon was like, it looked like a fossil. This dragon was just bones, and this dragon had like really hard armor and everything. And Yuji decimated this and burnt it to a crisp, so much so that like the only thing that was left of the dragon was literally bones. Like, this looked like a 3,000-year-old fossil in front of him. And the girls come out and they're like, "Oh, you must have found the what did they say? The orbs," or basically there was like fire element things inside of the deep inside of the ground, which he didn't use at all. But they're like, "Oh, you must have found them and ignited them, and that's how the dragon got lit up." Which really, it was just one of Yuji's hell decimation moves. And he didn't find anything. He was like, "Yep, that's exactly what I did." And they're like, "Oh, Yuji." I just, like, that whole scene, like, I was like, it sealed the deal. Like, yo, this anime is freaking dope. But, yeah, I'm going to leave you guys on those thoughts there. Let me know what you guys thought about the episode down in the comments below. Check out these videos on screen now. I appreciate you guys always. I'll see you guys next week for my Isekai Life episode 4 next Monday. Peace.